Time travel with us today as we unravel a civilization that predates the Great Pyramids of Egypt, the Caral Supe. This ancient society nestled in the lush valleys of Peru takes us a staggering 5,600 years back in time, to the era of 2600 BCE. Imagine a civilization that had already taken its baby steps while the rest of the world was still in its infancy. A society so advanced they were constructing intricate architectural marvels when most were only beginning to comprehend the concept of a wheel. The Caral Supe were not just builders, but also mathematicians and musicians. They developed complex mathematical systems that were on par with the ancient Greeks. And their music, they crafted flutes from pelican bones and drums from leather, creating symphonies that echoed through their sun-drenched valleys. But perhaps the most fascinating aspect of the Caral Supe civilization is their apparent commitment to peace. Yes, you heard that right. In a time when survival often meant war, the Caral Supe civilization shows no evidence of warfare or human sacrifice. Quite a refreshing contrast from the spicier parts of human history, wouldn't you say? Their society was evidently one that valued cooperation and harmony. Their architectural prowess, seen in their temples, amphitheaters, and sunken plazas, suggests a communal effort, a collective striving towards something greater. In the heart of their city, the sacred city of Caral, stands the Great Pyramid of Caral, a testament to their architectural genius. This pyramid predates the Egyptian pyramids by a few centuries. A structure of such magnitude and complexity, built without the convenience of modern machinery or even metal tools, is a testament to their ingenuity and resilience. In a world that was just discovering fire, here was a civilization that was already playing with the building blocks of society. They were crafting, creating, and innovating, leaving behind a legacy that would echo through the ages. If you thought the Egyptians were the only ones crafting pyramids while the rest of the world was playing with sticks and stones, think again. Now let's pit Caral Supe against its contemporaries. Would it be a knockout round or a fair fight? We often wax poetic about the architectural grandeur of the Egyptians, or the innovative spirit of the Mesopotamians. But, nestled in the Supe Valley of Peru, the Caral Supe civilization was quietly making its own mark. When the Egyptians were laying the foundation stones of their pyramids, the people of Caral Supe were also stacking stones in style, constructing monumental pyramids of their own. The Caral Supe pyramids, though not as famous as their Egyptian counterparts, share a similar grandeur and mysterious allure. But unlike the Egyptians, the Caral Supes weren't big on hieroglyphs or pictorial representations. Their architectural style leaned more towards the minimalist, favoring simple yet imposing structures. Societal structures also varied significantly. While the Egyptians, Mesopotamians, and Chinese civilizations were monarch-led societies, the Caral Supe civilization was more of a theocracy, with religious leaders at the helm. This is evident from the large number of ceremonial structures found in the city. In terms of technological advancements, the Caral Supe civilization was quite the dark horse. They may not have invented the wheel like the Mesopotamians or paper like the Chinese, but they did engineer an impressive irrigation system that turned the arid desert into a lush agricultural haven. Now that's some serious green thumb action. Now let's tickle our funny bones a bit. Imagine if the Caral Supe civilization had been the dominant one. We might be living in pyramid-shaped houses without a single hieroglyph in sight. Our leaders might be the most spiritually enlightened among us, and we might be turning deserts into gardens with our top-notch irrigation skills. In the grand scheme of things, the Caral Supe civilization holds its own quite well, matching strides with the best of the ancient world. They may not have left behind a Rosetta Stone or a Great Wall, but they did leave an indelible mark on the sands of time. Who knew that while the Egyptians were busy building pyramids, the Caral Supe were also stacking stones in style halfway across the globe? The Caral Supe civilization isn't just old, it's shrouded in mystery. Let's unlock some of those enigmas. Dive deep into the annals of history, and you'll stumble upon the enigmatic Caral Supe civilization, a society that thrived nearly 5,000 years ago. Yet, despite its antiquity, many aspects of this civilization remain shrouded in mystery. For instance, why did the Caral Supe suddenly disappear? It's a question that has baffled historians and archaeologists for quite some time. Imagine one day, an entire civilization just up and left without a trace, leaving behind monumental structures that tower over the landscape, silent testimonies to a culture that once was. These structures too pose their own set of questions. What was their purpose? Were they religious centers, administrative hubs, or astronomical observatories? The answers remain elusive, concealed in the sands of time. And let's not forget about the unique quipu system. This was the Caral Supe's method of recording information, a system so intricate and complex that it remains undeciphered to this day. Picture this: a civilization that didn't use a written language but instead used a system of knotted cords to record their history, their knowledge, their very essence. It's like trying to decipher a code without a key, a challenging puzzle that has yet to be solved. These mysteries, along with many others, make the Caral Supe civilization an intriguing subject of study. Each unanswered question is a piece of a larger puzzle, a fragment of a grand tapestry that was the Caral Supe civilization. As we continue to dig deeper and uncover more about this ancient society, we get closer to unraveling its secrets piece by piece. So the next time someone tells you they've got an old family secret, you can say, well, that's nothing. The Caral Supe have been keeping secrets for over 4,000 years. Before we wrap this up, let's jog your memory with a quick recap. The Caral Supe civilization dates back over 5,000 years, making it one of the oldest urban centers in the Americas. Their architectural prowess was evident in the grand pyramids and sunken plazas they built, using nothing but primitive tools and sheer ingenuity. Caral Supe was a peaceful society, without any signs of warfare or conflict, a rarity in the ancient world. Compared to other ancient civilizations, it was unique in its peacefulness and its early adoption of urban planning. They achieved feats of engineering and social organization that would baffle even today's city planners. And yet, despite all we've learned, the Caral Supe civilization remains shrouded in mystery. Why did it decline? What was the purpose of their monumental structures? These questions still puzzle historians and archaeologists. And there you have it, the Caral Supe civilization, older than your grandpa's grandpa's grandpa and still full of mysteries.